All right, let's get weird.
Away we go traveling.
Welcome back to Away We Go Traveling. If you're new here, I'm Kara. This is Gary. We are an early retired couple who travel the United States full-time. We're traveling the US because we're still lucky enough to have our dog. Because we travel in an SUV, as opposed to traveling internationally with carry-on only or luggage, we do have a little bit more room to keep a few weird things with us. So today, you're lucky enough to get the inside view.
Okay, first up, we travel with a travel router. Now, it isn't that weird. There's a lot of people that travel with these, even internationally, and these are very useful items if you don't travel full-time even. Like if you just go on vacation, these are great items. What we love this for is this is configured with our Wi-Fi settings already in it. So when we show up at a new location, we plug it in. Once it connects to the existing Wi-Fi of the location, it then broadcasts out our Wi-Fi network with our password. So our phones automatically connect, our watches connect. We travel with Alexas, so we have those, and she'll automatically connect. Although we call her the Dark Lord, so we don't anger her. So it's really nice when you land at a location to make it sort of feel like home. When you plug this thing in, 3 minutes later, you're on your own Wi-Fi network. Super nice. So this one is a fairly new model. I think it's last year's. We have links in the descriptions for all of the things that we're going to talk about today, but this one, fairly inexpensive. It was under $100, and it's Wi-Fi 6, so it supports Wi-Fi and Ethernet. Has a really nice switch on the side that you can turn your VPN if you've got a VPN service, which we highly recommend. But if you have VPN, you can just flip the switch, one little click, and it enables your VPN for the entire household. So if you're trying to do something on a VPN, you don't have to have each individual phone connect. You can have this device connect to the VPN and then everything goes through it. So if we want to watch something different from a different TV provider or whatever, our Fire Stick will use this device. And instead of having to log into a VPN on that Fire Stick, we've already got it set up here. So these are great devices and one of the key things that we travel with all the time. Okay, next up. Light bulbs. Not just a normal light bulb though.
Not normal.
This is a Wi-Fi light bulb. So we actually travel with Wi-Fi light bulbs. When we were living in our own place in Florida, I like home automation. I hate touching light switches, mainly because I'm lazy. So we got used to that over the last 15 years.
Very much.
And it's really nice having the same ability again through our Dark Lord to turn these lights on and off.
The Amazon Alexa.
The Dark Lord.
We call it the Dark Lord with Harry Potter and the she who shall not be named.
Yeah, if you say her name, she starts doing weird stuff. So we travel with these. These are Govee Wi-Fi light bulbs. We have them here in the living room. We also have a set in the bedroom. Kara likes to turn the lights to red at night, so our eyes kind of get adjusted for sleeping. It's really great for sleeping, especially when you're traveling. You don't always sleep the best, so we try to keep our routine consistent, and part of that consistency is having those red lights at night. So having these Wi-Fi light bulbs, they connect directly to the router that I talked about previously. So as soon as we come in, I replace the light bulbs that are there, I put them back when we leave, and we have our own Wi-Fi light system for the whole time we're here.
Yep.
Super
really
nice.
Convenient. And it really feels like home. It's a nice little touch.
Yep.
So the next item that we have that's probably a little weird is a foldable backpack. And yes, this is it. It's fantastic. This is Osprey is the brand name. And it's really, really lightweight, but it's incredibly strong material. We do have backpacks of our own, but those backpacks they're sturdy, they hold our gear, they can get a little heavy, especially if they ever get wet. Yeah. This is washable, it's perfect for short trips, it's incredibly lightweight, and clearly it packs up very small. So let's take it out. Just so you know, this is something that even though out of full-time travel, we have also taken this repeatedly on vacations. Like we go on a cruise, we'll take this so that we can throw some things in and head out to the beach if we're on a cruise ship. This was so handy. So again, here it is, starting to unfold.
Yeah, it's not fancy. It's got a water bottle pocket and it's waterproof for the most part.
So the straps are mesh.
It's comfortable to wear.
But very sturdy. It's surprising how much this will hold. Water bottle pocket on one side. It's got a special compartment up at the top that zips. to keep all your little valuables and things in there, including keys, which I like. This has a little holder in it so you can throw your keys on there so that that doesn't get lost. So it does have a little security. This is super invaluable. We will continue with this for a while. Our next, maybe weird thing for full-time travel are shopping bags. Because yes, full-time travel sounds amazing, and it is, but we do very normal things, just in new and different locations. One of those things is going to the grocery store. We love Aldi, super affordable. Aldi doesn't provide bags, you bring your own. So this, from a brand called Sea to Summit, is how it folds up.
So it's Cordura nylon and it's ripstop. These are crazy strong. I was kind of worried when I started putting groceries in them that it was a little too heavy. So I looked it up on the website and I don't remember what it was. It was a long time ago, but I think it's like 200 or 250 pounds these things will hold when you undo them. So they're not gonna break. These have been fantastic.
Yeah.
For us, for both groceries, but we've also used them as beach bags.
Yeah.
We've used them as a spare bag because they pack down so small. It just gives you another opportunity to carry things if you need to.
And again, these are washable too. So once we get groceries, if anything spills in it or they just use them for a little bit, pop them right in the washer. They're fantastic once they're opened up. So it's got a little locking mechanism and a drawstring. And then you can just either use the tag or it's got a little handle here and it comes with a carabiner as well. Pull this out, as we tend to do, a carrot for scale. This is a large bag, honestly, and it holds a lot, but folds into...
Yep, very, very small package.
This is perfect. It's weird, but holy cow, is it perfect.
We use these all the time for so many different things.
Yeah.
So usable.
Very much. Highly recommend.
All right, next up, this weird flat thing in front of me.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's very exciting. So what this is, it's a little Valet. It's a little travel Valet carrier. So these little, on the sides, little snaps. So when you snap these together, it creates a little Valet holder, like a little tray. And that doesn't seem all that exciting, except I'm a creature of habit and I lose things. Even though we're in a very small place, one bed, one bath, sometimes I can't find my keys. Sometimes I can't find my AirPods. Sometimes I can't find my wallet because I set it in different places. All of your stuff should have a place. And in this case, this lets all of our miscellaneous stuff have a place.
Right.
So we set this on the counter and we can put our phones in there, our wallets go in there, our AirPods go in there, any of our little small items that we pick up, sunglasses. So it allows us to know 98% of the time if we're looking for something, it's probably in this little Valet carrier. And I think we were in St. Louis about a month and a half, and I think I lost my keys for like a third time. And I finally bought this, and it has been a game changer for us because like I said, it's orange, pretty easy to see. And it gives us a place for all those little things that we don't have to worry about kind of laying out all over the counter. So really, really inexpensive item. When you fold it flat, I actually just tuck it into my backpack so it sits behind my laptop when I travel. And then whenever we go somewhere, you just snap it in and now you get this little tray, or the bucket as we call it.
We call it the bucket.
We call a lot of things the bucket, actually. We have a lot of buckets in our lives, but this is the bucket. So these things are great.
So the next weird thing we bring, this is one of my favorites, I'll be honest. And we saw this on another channel for some folks that do full-time travel. And it's just really been such a key piece of advice. These are stand-up, resealable food and item storage bags. Because we're full-time traveling and we're going from Airbnb to Airbnb, usually staying about a month, sometimes 2 weeks, and we do stick to our budget by cooking. That involves spices. So Airbnb sometimes have spices, but we don't know how old they are.
Right.
Maybe they don't have already stocked the thing we want, and we don't have to every 2 weeks, every month, go rebuy every single thing. Black pepper, salt, red pepper flakes, paprika, like Italian seasoning. No, we just don't need to do it. Or vitamins for the same thing. So these things are fantastic. And the benefit is they stand up. This is not a normal Ziploc sandwich bag. They stand up, and I put a whole pack of them in with a handful of Sharpies so I can write on these what they are. This is clearly Italian seasoning. This is paprika. And again, it works for our vitamins, aspirin, like painkiller kind of things.
We put our Tylenol and our aspirin in there as well. And the other big advantage to these things, because they're so thin, they just slide in envelope style, and we're able to compress all these spices, which usually have those round the round containers, and sometimes they're big, and same thing with medicine containers or vitamin containers are often, very big. This allows us to put them in these little narrow things and they slot in. We've been able to compress. I think when we started throwing away bottles, we had a trash can full of bottles. That we compressed down to basically a shoebox size of these envelopes. So just great for compressing these things in there.
Absolutely. That makes so much more fit, and it brings us that little piece of home.
Right.
So we have all the little spices and the vitamins and things that we want to have, and still maintaining really, really small footprint.
Right. It's also a good money saver too, because like you said, we don't have to go and purchase them every time we transition. Right. We don't have to abandon the spices we just bought and then buy new ones.
Yep. And this was a 100 pack. The link is in the description. Highly recommend. Okay, next up, we have our foldable bikes. So as Kara mentioned earlier, we are traveling in an SUV. We have a little more space than normal people who are doing full-time travel. So we're going to use that to our advantage. So our folding bikes basically are stored in the back of our SUV when we're traveling. When we get here, we can expand them out. And what it allows us to do mainly is we get a little bit of exercise different from walking or running, which is nice to have something different. Yeah.
It also allows us to expand our boundaries in the neighborhoods that we're in without having to drive.
Yeah.
We really enjoy, it's one of the greatest things about this full-time travel life is being able to walk and run and bike, be on foot, be out of a vehicle and see the area that you're in. You really get a sense of the area that you're in. So for us, it's great having those. So we'll give you a quick demo of what it looks like to unfold one, and then we can finish up with that. All right, just gonna do a quick demo about how our folding bikes work. Really kind of nice, they're easy. This one weighs about 25, 27 pounds, something like that. It's heavy, but not terribly heavy. But to start the unfolding, basically just open it up. There's a lock right here. Lock that into place. We bring our handlebars up. Oops. Lock those into place. Just like right there. There's a little lever right here. You tilt this back. We tilt the handlebars forward. Lock those into place. The seat has a little clip here. We open this clip, spin it around, pull it up to the height that you want it. Close that. Then each of the pedals has a little clip right here. You pull this clip, and the pedals will pop down. Same thing on the left side. And then once you have that, this sucker right here, another clip, you can raise the handlebars up, and there's little markings on the handlebar and on the seat that give you an indication of where it was. You can get it back in the same place, and you can lock this into place. And then, it's just a normal bike at that point. Brakes, 7-speed. Really nice. You can get up to, I think normally when we ride on these, we get somewhere in the area of 10 to 15 miles an hour fairly easily. So they're really nice for our travel. Obviously, we won't use them when we go international, but here in the US, they've been really great. All right, so as you saw, it's really easy. They're not at all difficult. They're not particularly heavy. They're easy to get in on upstairs. Like I said, they just fit in the back of the SUV. We may not carry them our whole full-time travel. For now, we've got a couple locations coming up that has some great bike trails.
Yeah.
Here in Grand Rapids, the bike trails have been really good. So we've really enjoyed them. So it is a weird item to carry around, but for for us, they've been really fun.
So you may have already noticed, that was 7 items. We have a secret bonus item. So one of the things to travel lightly, to travel more minimalist, I didn't want to part with all of my jewelry. There's not a lot of decent that I could find travel jewelry containers that would lock the lid, seal so that nothing would come out if we're moving things in and out of the SUV while we're in and out of Airbnbs. Mm-hmm. So I found this little gem, which is probably more like a tackle box. Mm-hmm. It's for crafts or beads or tackle, and it's got locking lids, opens up. It has removable dividers, so I can put anything in here that's a bigger piece or a smaller piece and have plenty of flexibility to have all of my favorite little minimalized, curated jewelry box. This has been really, really, really handy for me. So that was just my little secret bonus. So these items we carry with us may be a little weird, but but it gives us a little sense of home.
Yep.
And definitely a lot of convenience while we're traveling full time.
It doesn't add a lot of weight to us either.
Yeah, absolutely.
If you like what you saw today, do us a favor, like, subscribe. We're going to be continuing our adventures through the rest of the United States this year. So we've got lots of cool content coming. We'll see you next time.
Happy traveling.
Let me show you my jewelry box.
You usually wear a wedding ring.
Usually.
Rude.
I didn't think about it. I was moving everything else around. Probably don't want to cut that in there. It's my jewelry box. I don't think it'll fit.
I'll try it. This from a brand called Whoa.
Is it going good?
It's going. It's still going.
Still going.